With how many car shows are in or around Texas, you'd think the business was the Wild West. But there is a new car show in town to give those Texans a run for their money. Bad Chad Customs. The guy behind it, Bad Chad Hiltz, makes old cars look awesome using whatever tools he has on hand. So what do we know about this bad boy, and does his background warrant the title Bad Chad?
They call me Bad Chad because I built some badass cars.
Chad's style is unique.
He's an artist. I'm building cars that no one's ever seen before. I run Green Goblin Customs. I built this shop because I got fired at every job I ever worked at. When I say I built the shop, I mean I built the shop. I framed it, I hammered the nails in them damn boards.
Welcome back to the largest dedicated car and truck TV show channel on YouTube, TUNANOCRUST. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so you don't miss our next upload. Also, it will help us get to 100,000 subscribers. TUNANOCRUST, and here are some things you might not know about the new kid on the block. If you've never heard of Bad Chad Customs, that's probably because we don't talk about it often. That ends now. Bad Chad Customs is also younger than many of the other car shows we cover. It started in 2019 and didn't take a break due to certain world events. The show is still going on to this day. Even though the last episode of Season 2 aired in 2020, there have not been any rumors of renewal or cancellation. Keep watching Discovery for updates. So, what is Bad Chad Customs about? Like Fast and Loud, the show is about Chad Hiltz customizing and refurbishing old cars. But there are a few things Hiltz does differently. For one thing, he works on a budget. As you'll see later, Hiltz had trouble holding down jobs and dropped out of high school, so he never had a lot of money to work with. Hiltz also improvises a lot. He's used parts from boats, planes, and lockers to fix cars, for example. Discovery must have been happy to have a star who wouldn't cost them a ton. And unlike many of the personalities we talk about, Hiltz was mostly self-taught, with good reason. If you're into upcycling and other sustainable upgrades, Bad Chad Customs might be the car show for you. It's not quite a rat rod show, and it's not quite Pimp My Ride. Bad Chad Customs has been called one of the world's most versatile reality shows. He literally takes pieces of trash and turns them into treasure. Chad also regularly uploads his work to YouTube and Instagram. Check them out if you want to see his style without a subscription. Bad Chad Customs is a new car show. It's got a lot of innovation and creativity. But just how bad is Bad Chad? The guy has quite a history. We'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Factor. Here at TUNANOCRUST, we usually prefer no crust on our sandwiches, of course. But if it comes from Factor, then, well, you can just leave the crust alone. Why? Because Factor makes meeting your nutrition goals easier than ever by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. Too busy to cook? With Factor, skip the trip to the grocery store and skip the chopping, prepping, and cleaning up too. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. So all you have to do is heat and enjoy. Achieve and maintain your 2023 goals with Factor. Get America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit and start saving time, eating well, and living your best year yet. I'm not that much of a healthy eater, I'll admit, but Factor has made it so much easier to eat healthy and try new foods because it's so convenient and delicious. I don't have to follow recipes anymore or go to the grocery store all the time. Factor does it all for you. The best part is that they are offering our viewers 50% off their first box to get started. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code NOCRUST50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. Now, let's get back into the video. Let's start from the beginning.
My garage was built behind my house so I could do whatever I want to do whenever I wanted to do it. As I go through life, money does not matter to me. What matters to me the most is the art of the car.
Chad Hiltz was born on August 31st, 1971 in Kingsport, Nova Scotia, Canada. His father ran the gas company White Rose. His dad had a lot of cars on the lot. Legend has it that Chad sold a previous hockey card so that he could get a '34 Ford 3-window coupe. His mother also had a '46 Dodge. One of his favorite vehicles is his uncle's 1956 Ford Crown Victoria. It's easy to see where Bad Chad got his love of cars from. Now you're probably thinking, why would someone want to make custom vintage cars in Nova Scotia? But there are some unique advantages to being in Canning, Nova Scotia. In Bad Chad's case, it put him in contact with shipyards. That's why so many of his cars use boat parts in them. He really is the MacGyver of car customization. Hiltz had an interesting school life. He got married and started raising a child at 16 years old. He dropped out of high school and worked at a grain mill to support his new family. It's clear that he doesn't want to share too much info about his past, and understandably, he doesn't want to talk too much about his high school days. Another reason he might be secretive is that he got into fights. Along with dropping out of high school, Bad Chad was known for getting into fights. He got into one in high school, but when he took an automotive course at a local college, he had similar issues and got into more fights. He also had trouble holding down jobs, including one at a chicken processing plant. According to him, he's been fired from every job he ever had. He never imagined being on TV or having a custom car shop. Sometime after the high school marriage, Hiltz married another woman, Carla Mooring, in 1998. They had a child and divorced a year later. There may be a few relationships that we don't know about. Like we said, Hiltz doesn't like talking about his past. But remember Carla Mooring? She'll come up again later. So how did Hiltz get into customizing cars anyways? Sources are hazy on how, but somewhere along the line, Hiltz was mentored by legendary customizer Gene Winfield. Winfield's cars have been seen in movies such as Blade Runner, RoboCop, and older TV versions of Star Trek and Batman. Hiltz has won award after award for his snazzy custom jobs. His Bat Out of Hell and Green Goblin pieces were extremely popular.
My first car that I built was the Bat of Hell. It was a 1960 Chrysler Windsor, and I come home and I cut the roof off it.
This is the Green Goblin. This car was built in 6 months. This is a 62 Chrysler from front to back. The doors have been welded shut. It's got a Cadillac front-wheel drive engine in the back. I put a 74 Cutlass roof on the front. It dries from the front. The door comes up this way.
At World of Wheels Boston, he received 3 awards for custom work. He also won 4 awards at the Castrol Radical Speed Sports Show. It's not clear whether these awards were before or after mentoring, but regardless, Hiltz's cars took him on the road to fame. But the trail of broken marriages has followed Hiltz to this day. In 1999, he met a lady named Mandy Mosher. The two remained together for a while. They had a daughter, Harley Hiltz, on August 15, 2004. Harley had her dad's fighting spirit and won a local boxing contest in 2017. But the good times wouldn't last. Hiltz broke up with Mosher and pursued another engagement. And that leads us to his current wife, Jolene Macintyre.
Jolene runs a shop. She's smart, beautiful, and she's mine.
Hiltz and Macintyre got engaged on August 12, 2017. Jolene makes frequent appearances on Bad Chat Custom, so you'll see plenty of her. She runs the business side of the shop. The two are not married as of this writing, but have been engaged since 2017. But did you know that Jolene was the reason Chad got on TV? Jolene began posting images of a custom Bugatti Chad was making for her. The people at Discovery took notice. They went to California to see the producers. The couple also endured a long promotional run at SEMA and other venues. It was worth it. And since the cameras are rolling, we will hear if Chad gets married again. Many fans hope that they will tie the knot on an episode of the show. Again, keep your eyes on Discovery's social media. They also have a son, Colton.
Colton, he's my son.
I never got to be around my dad much growing up, so I'm just excited to be here and learn from him.
Colton is not the son of Jolene and Chad. His mother is Carla Mooring Hiltz, the wife between Chad's high school marriage and Masher. He helps out in the shop, but he's also really good at hockey. Let us know if you want a video about him. He is effectively Chad's apprentice and is very willing to help, even if Chad does not treat him well all of the time. Jolene, at least, treats him nicely. He also gets along well with Harley. Despite looking rough with his sunken eyes and tattoos, Bad Chad is supposedly one of the friendliest people to work with. He also has a spectacular work ethic and is great at motivating his coworkers.
Proud of everybody. Alex, I'm proud of you. You did a good job, man. I'm proud of you too. You know what I'm proud of you for? Putting up with me. Thanks, brother.
He also appreciates that he has a family business with a few employees. Maybe a life of hardship and heartbreak has taught him to appreciate it. Chad is also all about education and investing in the future. Most of his YouTube channel is about education. And even though he wants to expand with a shop and a diner, he might still want to keep it in the family. Who knows what'll happen? Despite having such a rough life, Bad Chad encourages people to follow their dreams no matter what. He had no idea what he would be doing, but as things stand, it looks like everything worked out in the end. Maybe it goes to show that you should never give up. If you're not happy, it isn't the end. If you want to keep up with what the Hiltzes are doing, the easy way is to visit the Hiltz Auto Company homepage. The shop was formerly known as Green Goblin Customs. That links to everybody's Instagram so that you can see the latest works in progress. You can also follow their YouTube channel to see their amazing builds in action. And if you visit their official site, the shop even has merch, including a shirt that says, "Bad Chad Art Academy of Custom Cars." But he doesn't just make cars. Since 1998, Chad had also hosted Rockabilly Weekend. This rock show featuring DJs and other music artists is also an antique car show. It happens in Nova Scotia on the grounds of Hiltz Auto Company. This festival has given Bad Chad a way to show off his work alongside other antique cars. Check online for dates if you happen to be up there. Chad Hiltz definitely leans into his bad boy image. But what do you think? Just how bad is Bad Chad given his history? Do you think he's a bad person because he got into fights and got married in high school? Or does his eventual win make up for all that? Have you been called bad for something you did? You don't have to get too detailed about it. If so, how did the label change your life? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell. We'll see you next time.